Hi and welcome back everyone. The next video we're going to take a look at these other 2 pointers that we see up in the corner here. So first we're going to create new ActionScript 3.0. And as we mentioned, we've already looked and used the selection tool in the top left corner, but just below it is the Subselection tool, and below that is the free transform tool. We're going to take a look at those two and where we might use those in an animation. So first, we're going to go and let's change the fill color. I'm going to select gray, and we're going to create an oval shape like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over. And I'm going to click on the Subselection tool. Now when I click on that, I'm going to bring it over to my shape. And notice when I double click around the outline, I get this green outline with dots, if you will, on the outline. So what the Subselection tool does is it allows me to change the shape of an object. So for instance, if I select this point right here and click and drag, I can bring it out like so, and it will actually fill in that space that I've pulled out. I'm going to go over on this side and I'll do the same thing. Just pull this out here. And I'm just going to bring it back a little bit. And there. Now if you noticed, it has a line now over here, and what you can do is if you select the end of that line, we can turn this and we can change the shape just slightly if I want to. So I can do that as well. I'm going to click on this bottom one here, and I'm just going to pull it down a bit. And it almost looks like a cat, and that's what I'm going to make. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the color, and I'm going to select black. And I'm going to go back to the oval tool, and I'm going to make some eyes for the cat. There's one. I want them to be symmetrical, so I'm going to go click on the selection tool, and I'll select that eye, and then I can just right click, copy, right click, paste, and there I've got my two eyes. You can see here, in order to line them up, I do get a line that helps me figure out where those should be. So there, now I've got my eyes to my cat, to my mouse, whatever it might look like. I'm going to put a mouth in there. I'm going to click on the oval tool again, and I'm going to go down here and put in our mouth. And as we mentioned, with the Subselection tool, the second pointer, I'm going to click on that. And when I come down to the mouth, I can click on the outline, and then I can change the shape of that mouth. And I can try to make it look a little different. I don't like the way that turned out. If I hit Control Z, it will take me back one step. So Control Z. And maybe I'll just bring this up here a bit. Maybe we'll move this over here. Like so. Now, we've built a face, and if I wanted that to move in an animation, I need to convert this all to a symbol. So I'm going to go back up to the selection tool, and I'm going to select everything in the face. Notice it becomes pixelated, if you will. We're going to go to Modify and Convert to Symbol. And we have to name that symbol and click OK. So that's how we can use the Subselection tool, which is the second pointer. Now, I'm going to go up to my time frame, and in layer 1, I'm going to click on frame 20, and I'm going to insert a keyframe. And what I'm going to do in frame 20 is I'm going to use the third one, which is the free transform tool. I'm going to click on that. And notice that I get a different outline when I select the free transform tool. And here's why. Here's what we can do with the free transform tool. What I can do is I can change the shape of the symbol. Now, for effect, maybe in my animation, my character becomes surprised or scared. So maybe I want to look like I'm zooming in on the face. So I'm going to create a tween that basically magnifies the face. To do that, I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to right click. I'm going to create classic tween. So now if I scrub this just to see what it looks like, then I get that effect. If I hit enter just to play it, that gives us an animated face, and like I said, that can show different expressions and so on. So that's how we use the second pointer, which is the Subselection tool, and how we use the third pointer, which is the free transform tool. I'd like you to try this one, post it on your website. Have fun, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.